Hello, everybody. Welcome to our second day of our fall live here at CutterPillar. We're going to give a couple of seconds here to make sure that everybody who is wanting to join on is joining on. We had many less technical difficulties today, so we are only a minute behind, so we really appreciate your patience. Thank you all for coming. And those of you that were here yesterday, thank you for coming back. We really, really appreciate it. All right, so we are so good. So we are going to give this a shot for day 2. So yesterday we were here and we had such a great time with everybody that joined us yesterday. So thank you all for that. We had a good time talking about our sewing products and quilting products. And today, hi Lynn and hi Marion, we are going to talk about our paper crafting products, general crafting, and how you can use some of our quilting and sewing products in other areas of crafting as well. We're really excited by that. Diane, welcome back again. Hello, Tracy. Thank you guys for joining us. And Lynn from Pennsylvania. I lived in Pennsylvania for a little while. I love it there. I lived in Allentown for half of my senior year of high school. We won't talk about the trauma that caused being moved in the middle of my senior year. We'll save that for another day. But I love Pennsylvania. I love going there. It's so fun. So everyone, welcome again. This is Nathan. Nathan is in charge of our tech, and he's setting up all of our cameras and everything today for us and making sure that we stay on track and then I don't go crazy like I do sometimes. So hi, Barbara and Debbie and Jen and Sue. You guys are so great. Kathy, thank you for coming from Texas. Hopefully you guys aren't too hot still in Texas. I was in Texas in August with my daughter. I'm not great with the heat, but I had a great time down there. So Paula from Minnesota, I think you guys are chilly up there. We're chilly a little bit here too. It's snowing in some of the areas here in Salt Lake City, and it's raining in other areas of Salt Lake City. My house is not high enough to have gotten the snow, but Nathan's apparently has. So he had some snow this morning. And Lynn is just down the freeway in Taylorsville. That's about 15, 20 minutes from us. So thank you for coming, Lynn. And Monica. Hi, Monica from Norway. Thank you for joining us. We love Monica has a great Facebook group where they do the paper folding book stuff, which is so cool. I can't wrap my hand around it, but it is so very, very cool. Hi, Julia. Hello, Keisha from California, going to the theme parks and the Redwoods today. Welcome, everybody. We really appreciate all of you joining us. I'm going to give a little bit of background to start off about CutterPillar. So those of you who saw that yesterday, oh yeah, can everybody hear me? Okay, let me know if you guys are able to hear me, or if you just see my lips moving and you're not actually able to hear me. I'm not sure if are we not set? Okay, welcome again, everybody. We are going to talk about nothing for just a minute to make sure that the microphone is working. Nathan's going to check it for me because I'm not very tech savvy. I am not so good. Okay, they can hear me, it sounds like. Okay, good. Yay, San Marcos, California. Everybody, thank you again for coming. Kathy and Lynn and Julia, thanks for letting me know, Lynn, that you can hear me, and Julia. Jen, welcome. I can never say your name right, Jen. I know I spoke with you and your mom in the past because I remember your last name, but I can never spell it. I can spell it, but I can't say it. So I'm not going to try because I'll do it wrong. Welcome, though, everybody, again. So I think everyone can hear us okay? More from Pennsylvania. Hi, Jean. Thanks for joining us. We're just making sure everything is working correctly here. Okay. Looks like we are all set in the studio, too. So I'm going to give a little bit of background on CutterPillar. So if you guys were here yesterday and you heard me say all of this, or if you've heard it in the past, please bear with me. Maybe because for some of you, it's earlier in the morning even than it is for us here. So CutterPillar started back in 2011. It was a team of brothers who started the company, Kelly and Jack. And Kelly is the genius behind all of our original products and most of our products still to this day. He worked for a printing company and saw those big, giant printing products and cutters and trimmers and all those kinds of things, and just knew there had to be a way to be able to bring that to us in our homes. And he did such a phenomenal job with that. He had a mother who was crafty. His mother is crafty. I shouldn't say that in past tense. His sister is crafty, and they wanted better products. And so he created the paper trimmers with that in mind. That's how it started. And now it started with just the paper trimmer, just one paper trimmer this size. It was metal and it was about 10 pounds. I'm not sure if any of you know about that one, but it was bulky and heavy and amazing. And we get calls and emails from people to this day from 2011 when they first bought their paper trimmers, and they are still working and they are still loving it, and they never want to get rid of it, and they just want to keep it and use it forever. And I understand that. I have been with CutterPillar about 7 years now. My name's Melody, by the way. For those of you, sorry, I should have said that first. My name's Melody. I have been with CutterPillar now for about 7 years. I met Jack and his wife at a paper crafting show in Anaheim, California, so very many years ago, and got a paper cutter from them about 8 years ago. I loved it so much. When they had an opening at the company, I jumped on the chance to come because there's such amazing, innovative products here. And the paper trimmer, quite honestly, changed my paper crafting life. I worked in all sides of the paper crafting world before I came to CutterPillar. I worked for manufacturers. I worked for retailers. I helped with sales. I helped with products. I helped with operations. I helped with all of those things. And it has been the joy of my life. My mother, years and years ago, told me to make sure to turn my hobbies into my career, which was the best advice I got from her for this. She had us creating stuff from a very young age, and it was so great for that. And I was able to turn my hobby into my career, which has been wonderful, and I've enjoyed every little bit of it. It's hard for me to find hobbies now because I do it for my career. So my hobbies are buying Christmas decorations, but we also don't have to talk about that right now. Maybe we can talk about that another time. So thank you all again for being here. I want to tell you, so for yesterday and today, we have our fall life specials going on our website at CutterPillar.com. If you go there this weekend, you use the coupon code FALL24, and every item on the website is 20% off with that coupon code. So use that coupon code FALL24 for every item, anything you want on the website. Now, we are showing some bundle specials yesterday and today. If you decide to get a bundle special, you can get all of the products that you've been waiting to get for all these years, all in one bundle for an additional discount. They are all already discounted on the website. So if you go to CutterPillar.com, you click either Shop Now or you click Product Information, all of the bundle specials will pop up, and you can see everything that's available as a bundle and the discounted price. And then that coupon code FALL24 will add to the discount that's already on the website. So you will get an extra percentage off when that all happens. And yay for that. For you guys, it's an amazing time to stock up on all the products that you've been waiting for. I will tell you all a little secret. I didn't tell this secret yesterday. I did mention yesterday that we're about to leave for a big trade show next week. After that big trade show next week, in the first part of November, some of our products are going to be going through a price increase. So now is the best time to do it because these prices are not going to be this low ever again. So when you stack these discounts and you get it today, this weekend, today, right away, before the prices increase, you will get the best deal that you will ever see. So make sure that you do that this weekend. So let's talk about our products. So yesterday I talked a lot about bundles. I'm going to do that also again today, but I want to show you guys our paper crafting products first and what you can do with them, especially if you're a paper crafter, but also if you're a general crafter. So we're going to talk about these first, and I'm going to go through all the products, and then I'll show you how we're bundling together after that. So I mentioned how we started out with our paper trimmers very first. This one right here is our Pro paper trimmer. We call it the Pro because it is the large size. It has the full base where you can put your full 12 by 12 sheet of paper right on top of here, and you have that whole platform to set your papers on. Now, our trimmers have a few things that make them stand out from all the other trimmers. First of all, your blade is inside this little cartridge right here. So when you are using it, you are not going to accidentally cut your fingers off. I like to let my husband actually use it. I like to let my grandson actually use it, and neither of them have ever cut themselves on the trimmer. I can't say that for all the other trimmers that I used to have, but this one is super safe. So they are able to use that. So the blade is inside here. The other thing about the blade cartridge, I'm going to try to tip it up and see if we can see it this way. You see these gears inside here? Those gears are what rotates the blade. So you don't have to push down really hard like you do on most rotary cutters. The gears are the ones that do the turning for you. There's a gear track inside the bar, and then the gears rotate it. So it's nice and smooth. It's kind of like a power saw. I kind of like to think of it as a power saw. Like when the gears are moving the blade for you, you just have to guide it. You don't have to push it to use your energy to do it. Now, the rotating blade inside the cartridge and the flat metal piece right here are two different grades of metal. And so what that does is it keeps the blades self-maintaining. So we like to say they're self-maintaining because it's kind of like when you have a knife in the kitchen and it starts to get dull. You pull that little stick out that I don't know the name of that because I don't cook, but when you sharpen it on metal to metal, it resharpens your blade up. So that's what you're able to do. Every time you use it, and in between, you can use it like this, and you can resharpen your blades. Like I mentioned, I got my first CutterPillar trimmer 8 years ago. I have never replaced the blades. It is still going strong. It is still cutting perfectly, and I am so excited, and I love that. Now, the other part of it that is really super, super cool about this is it has this LED light bar right here. So you can turn this LED light bar on and you can see your cut line. So right here at the edge, that is where you're going to cut your paper. So you can always see exactly what you're trying to do. So when you do have to cut these little headers off the bottom of all of your 12 by 12 papers, you can see right exactly where it's going to be. You can make sure to make that cut exactly where you want it. Now, let's say we cut that off just a little bit shy. The cool thing about the way this works, and because of the way the gears work, and because these blades stay so sharp, you can cut down to about 1/64 of an inch. Do you see how small that is? So if you are scrapbooking or card making, and you are matting your photos or your title cards or anything like that, and you miss by just a little bit, I know how frustrating that is. It is crazy. You get so mad at yourself when that happens. You can use your trimmer to trim those little edges off. Because when you pull out your scissors, you think that you can cut straight. And I don't know about you, but I've never been able to cut straight. It's really crazy. But you can cut down. It can cut in either direction, and it can get super, super tiny, super, super small, super, super smooth. You don't need any other paper trimmers with this. You know how you get those school photos for your kids or grandkids, and you try to cut those out? I know we don't really stick them in our wallets anymore like we used to, but you can use the light here and the shadow so you know exactly where you're cutting, and you can cut those photos out exactly where you want them to be. You can cut right down the little diagonal line because you can see through there. You can make sure you're cutting exactly where you want it to be. You can make sure you have that stripe piece exactly how you want it to be when you're doing your cutting. So this is the Pro. This is phenomenal. I'm going to show you our other paper trimmer in just a little bit, but the way it works is exactly the same. So the mechanism on both of our trimmers works exactly the same. This Pro has a little drawer, so you can put your 12 by 12 paper in here. It also has a little extra thing so you can put embellishments or whatever you're working on. If you're working on a layout and you want to keep everything right in there, you can stick it all right in there. I like to tease that I hide candy that I steal from my grandson in there. When he comes back from trick-or-treating, the little Twix bars fit in there really nicely. 8 years ago when my kids were still in high school, I used to hide cash in mine because they didn't know to look in there to steal it. So it's really nice to hide things that you don't want to share. Snacks, candy, cash, whatever. Hide it right in the drawer. So that is our Pro paper trimmer. Oh, Tracy Williams, thank you for that question. How thick can you cut? So this trimmer is meant for precision, not so much for bulk. However, you can cut up to 100-pound cardstock. So the rule of thumb is if you feel any resistance at all, it's too thick. Don't try to cut through it. Because if you try to cut through it, you're going to mess up the alignment and the mechanism and all that stuff. So 100-pound cardstock. So all of your thick card bases, you can cut on here, no problem. All of your, this is 80-pound textured that you can cut right on, super easy. So yes. Yeah, a chocolate bar will fit in there too. I just saw that question. A chocolate bar will fit in there if it's flat. You can hide lots of things in there. I fill mine with chocolate. I really do. It's really great because then you don't have to share. It's really great. I put a Milky Way in mine last night when I got home because I got one on my way home. So I stuck one of those in there too. You don't have to share. Hide it. Hide it. Don't tell anybody. So that is our Pro trimmer. So now I want to show you our Glow Basic light board. Our Glow Basic light board. Now, I showed our other light boards yesterday. This one here is our Glow Basic. This one has 3 levels of light, so you can adjust that light, just like all of our light boards have the adjustable lighting, and they come with these translucent cutting mats. So I know we talked about yesterday all of the quilting and sewing that you can do on here. You can cut your pieces out on here. You can trace your applique on here. You can do all of that kind of stuff, and all of that is true. But let me show you what you can do if you are a paper crafter or a general crafter. So on top of your board here, I don't know how many of you, where is it? I've got it right here. Do diamond art. Okay, so for those of you that do diamond art, raise your hand, put a 1 in the comments if you guys have ever tried diamond art. I tried it. My best friend does it all the time. She's fantastic at it. She does all these beautiful things. She gives them as presents. She frames them when she's done. I tried to do it. I couldn't do it because I couldn't see it. She's a lot younger than me, and my eyes are way worse than hers. So I couldn't do it because I couldn't see it. So this is what a diamond art is. For those of you who don't know what it is, this is what a diamond art is. We are not affiliated with Disney, but this is our diamond art. So what you do on diamond art, it's kind of like a paint by number. So you have the little codes here that tell you what color beads to use in your diamond art. So it tells you what color beads to do, and you pick up the beads with a little tool and you stick them on this base here. This base is sticky, okay? So you stick them on here. So it's like a paint by number, but this is the thing. So normally you're doing, I'm going to take it off first and I'm going to show you something. Okay. Normally you're doing diamond art just like this on your table, and you can kind of see what you're doing. And my friend does really well when it's like this because she can actually still see. But when you put it on the light board and you turn the light on, you can see your little codes and your buttons and your dots and everywhere you need to put things so much easier. So diamond art is great on here. Picture, like I mentioned, picture paint by number, picture tracing, picture doing dry embossing, doing any of those kinds of things you can do right on here because you can see so much better what you're doing. So that is a fantastic use for this. Now, with your cutting mat and your paper crafting, let me show you what I tend to do when I use it for my paper crafting. Let me see if I can grab the right thing here. So if you are a card maker and you have your little card, your little 4.25 by 5.5 card base right here. So I like to line it right up on my grid and I'll see where it goes. I will washi tape it right on here. Actually, I'm going to turn it this way. Washi tape it right down so it sticks so you know exactly where it is. And then when you have your little borders or title pieces or anything like that, you can stick this right down right where you want it to be because you can see and you can line it up on the grid outside of the card, and then you know it's exactly straight and square how you want it to be. So if you line this up right on top of the mat and stick it down, then you can see what you're doing. And I dropped my knife, but then what you can do, because it's a cutting mat, you can take your X-Acto knife or your rotary cutter, whatever you usually use on your cutting mat, and you can trim that piece right off, right on top of the mat. So then it's even. So then you can go ahead and finish your card right on top of your light. Use the light to help you measure, help to keep everything straight, help to see what you're doing as well. Oh yeah. Yes. Thank you, Nathan. So you've got your LED light board that you can do your general crafts on. You can do diamond art. You can stamp. You can weed your vinyl on here. If anyone does any of that, you can do all that right on here. So the light board comes with it. with the adjustable light settings, the 3 different light levels of light, and then you automatically get this translucent cutting mat with it. So the cutting mat comes right here, and it's the back of it has a texture on it so that it will not slip when you use it. The texture keeps it in place. So if you're using an X-Acto knife or you're using a rotary cutter, when you do the cutting on it, it won't slip around. You can cut right on top of here. This part? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So if it's just your regular cutting surface, it will slide. You can't, it's hard to cut on top of the acrylic. But with this, it will stay in place. So you can do your cutting right on top. So that is our Glow Basic LED light board with translucent cutting mat. Now, I want to talk a little bit about our tempered glass mat. I talked about it a little bit yesterday. It's a really great mat. It's super durable. It's made out of similar glass to like a glass stovetop, so it can take the heat of an iron. We talked about that yesterday, how you could iron. I know. You can iron your applique on it if you do it for sewing or anything like that. So you can heat emboss on it as well. So if you do paper crafting and you do heat embossing, you can do that right on top of here also. So, but the cool thing about this, I lost my plug. Excuse me 1 second. Let me plug this back in. So it will light so I can show you. You can do your crafting right on top of your light, on top of this glass. So what you can do on top of the glass is you can stamp. And I dropped my stamp, excuse me. You can stamp on top of the glass. So it's like a mixed media board too. So if you do any sort of mixed media, if you do inks, if you do glues, if you do any of that stuff, you can stamp right on top of here. So when you stamp, the cool thing about the glass, after you use your ink, let's say you are a little bit messy of a crafter like I am, and you're stamping off of your paper by accident, right? Then you get all the gunk on here. You don't want to have that issue on your cutting mat because that doesn't clean up very well. But because it's on the glass mat, it cleans up super easily because that will just wipe right off. Now, I've got some other things over here, if you can see, to show you how easily it cleans. So I stamped this color on here about an hour and a half ago, but it will clean up so super well. It just takes a little bit of multi-cleaner, and then you can clean it right up. You can also stick it in the sink. You can stick it in the dishwasher if you need to, all of that. Now, I've also got paint on here. I've got acrylic paint on here. I've got hot glue on here, and I've got adhesive on here. So any of this stuff, if it gets stuck on here and you can't get it clean, what you can do is take your handy dandy knife and you can just scrape it right off because the glass will not scratch. So you can get your glue off if you get it stuck on there. You can get your paint off if you get it stuck on there. All of that you can do right on top of the tempered glass. Now, you can use the glass mat right on top of your tabletop, or you can use it right on top of the light. If you use it on top of the light, then similar to the cutting mat, you can use the grid to help line up your stamps. You can use the grid to help line up your projects so you can make sure everything is square how you want it to be. But it is super durable and super easy to clean. It's a fantastic product. This is probably one of my favorite things to use. So that is really great. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is, for paper crafting, our wonderful Crease scoring board. So for those of you that are card makers, or if you make mini albums, or even if you just do it on your layouts and you need to score something, this Crease board is a game changer for you. So first of all, it is translucent. So you can use it on top of your light board and the light will shine through it. So you can help see what you're doing a little bit better. Of course, it depends on the color of your paper and it depends on what you're working on, but it is really nice to have that light coming from below so you can see better what you're doing. So the cool part about the Crease though is your tools are right inside this little tray right here. So with your tools in here, you're not going to lose things as long as you remember to put them back. So I know that's a challenge for myself sometimes, but it's really nice to have everything right in the same spot. So it comes with this little ball stylus instead of a bone folder. So the ball stylus makes a little bit of a smoother score. Like if you're doing an accordion fold and you're making a mini album or something like that, you can use your ball stylus here and you can do your every 1/4 inch score when you need to do that. And then you can do a really smooth, you can make your accordion album, anything you're doing like that, super, super smooth and easy with this. But this is the cooler part. So this is what we call our reverse scoring rule. It has this little metal piece right here that fits inside this plastic thing. Then the plastic thing, what you'll do is you'll set it down on top of your crease. So let's say you need to do a score at 3 inches. There's a little tiny, I hope you can see that. There's a little tiny red dot right on top of here. So that will help you know where you put that. So you know you're scoring at 3 inches right here. It just sets into the grooves. It doesn't snap in or anything like that because we know you need to take it out and move it around. So it sets right in there. We don't need this anymore. We'll move that. Then you set your paper over the top of your scoring rule. Now, for those of you that score, for those of you that do card making, for those of you that do this all the time, this is going to feel very strange. It feels very backwards. I had to get used to it. It's not how we've been scoring for the last 30 years or however many years we've been doing it. It is very weird, but it's very cool. So the back side of this tool here has a little metal channel, and that little metal channel fits over the top of this metal piece right here. So it stays in like this. So now what you do is you score this way. And like I said, it feels totally weird, but now you can fold it in either direction. Like I mentioned before, this paper is 85-pound textured cardstock. So this is super thick. This is really thick paper. How many times have you guys scored a card or scored a project and then realized it was on the wrong side and you had to remember whether it folds valleys under or mountains in or whatever it was? I don't remember what the rules are. And then you did it the wrong way and your paper would crack. That paper would crack if it's too thick and you scored it the wrong direction. You don't have to worry about that with this. It's really amazing to do that. You also can score in either direction. So the other thing you don't have to have when you're scoring with this particular scoreboard, the other thing you do not have to have is an engineering degree in paper grain. Because how many times have our teachers in our classes and our friends and our everyone that's telling us, you know, you have to score with the grain or against the grain or whatever that rule is. Again, I don't remember the rule, but you can score in either direction, with the grain, against the grain. It does not matter, and it's not going to crack your paper. So you are able to score in all directions with this. The other thing that's super cool, this is just lightweight copy paper that we print on here. You can score on this as well. And it is not going to tear through when you use it like this. So you can score super lightweight. You can score vellum. You can score handmade paper. You can score copy paper. And it doesn't tear through that either. We like to joke when where it shows you can score your tissue paper when you wrap your presents. Not that anyone would actually do that, but you could if you really wanted to. You could. That is our Crease scoreboard. So that is really the best scoreboard out there. It's an amazing, amazing tool. It has changed my life with my card making and my paper crafting for sure. So that is the Crease. Then the other thing I'm just going to show you really quick is our tote bags. So we here at CutterPillar love a tote bag. We love tote bags for everything. We try to do tote bags for everything and anything we can find. We like to keep things nice and secure and cute, right? Nice and secure and cute. So this one here is our tote bag for our Glow light boards. This one will fit our Glow Basic. It will also fit our Glow Premium. It is double padded, and the inside of it is this awesome bright green color. So your Glow tote will not be like the bottom of our purses where we can't ever find anything. The chapstick will show up. The tools that you're using, your papers, your scraps of paper will all show up in here because you can see with the brightness. Then you've got an extra pocket here for storage, and then you've got a pocket in the front for power cords and things like that. We also have a little tab on it so that if you are going to a crop or you're going to a friend's house and you're dragging your carts around, if you need to slide this on there because you ran out of arms, you can just slide it right on top of the suitcase or the rolly cart. So this is the tote bag that fits the Glow Basic. And then this is the tote bag that fits our Pro Trimmer. This thing is awesome. So this is also double padded and it's super big. And we have these little seat belts here. And these little seat belts are where you put your trimmer so that it stays in place and so that the blade cartridge doesn't flail all around, because you can set that blade cartridge right in between the two straps and that will hold it down. Now, the other cool thing about this is because this bar stays at the height that it's at all of the time, and this tote bag is made boxy so it fits all the way around. Look at all this extra space there is. All this extra space. You can put your projects, you can put your crease board in here. You can put all these extra things right inside of here, and you can take that with you to again, to your crops or to your classes or to your expos or anywhere that you go. So those are our tote bags. Those are our paper crafting products. We really love them. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the bundles that we put together for this. We have a paper crafting all-in bundle, and the bundle is super cool. Now, like I mentioned, if you go on CutterPillar.com and you go to the bundle specials page under the product information, or if you just click on the shop now, you'll see them right at the top. Scroll down just a little bit for the paper crafting bundles. That is the paper crafting all-in paper crafting bundle. So what you get for the all-in paper crafting bundle is everything that I just showed you. So it is the Pro paper trimmer with the Pro Tote. It is the Crease scoring board. It is the Glow Basic light board and the tote bag for that, and the glass mat. All of it fits in the 2 bags that come with them, and you can keep everything all nice, safe, and secure. Hide it from your family so they don't steal your stuff. Keep it inside the bags. I don't know, maybe write something on there that you know that they won't like, and you can pretend something else is in there, but everything can fit right in there. So just for this special, use the coupon code FALL24 and save an additional 20% off of the already discounted price for the bundle. So this is the paper crafting all-in bundle. And this really, you guys, we travel the country all the time to expos and events, and we go to scrapbooking and card making and stamping expos all over the country. And we get people all the time. Lots of you have said that you've already have our paper trimmers, and we are so grateful and we love you all for that. But so many people tell us, I want to get one. I just haven't done it yet. I want to get one. I just haven't done it yet. Honestly, now is the time to do that, because the prices at the beginning of November are going to go up. That's a secret. We haven't told everybody. So don't tell the bosses that I'm telling you guys, but the prices are going to go up. You will never see these prices on these products again. So make sure that you get them now. The cutter weighs about 4 pounds on its own. So it's a little bit big, but as I was talking about our origin story about our paper trimmers, and the original one that we made was fully out of metal, and it weighed about 10 pounds. So this one is less than half of that. So it is about 4.5 pounds inside the tote bag. So it's really not that bad to put in the bag and to carry around. So it's amazing. You guys would so love it. So this is our all-in bundle: the Pro Tote, the Pro, the Glow Basic, and the tote bag for the Glow Basic, as well as the tempered glass mat. And remember, the Glow Basic automatically comes with the cutting mat too. So you also get a cutting mat with it, and the scoreboard. All of this in the one bundle. Amazing bundle. So let me tell you guys about some of our other bundles that we've got for our paper crafters and general crafters as well. So we did put together a little bit smaller of a bundle if you're a card maker. So it is our card making bundle. So we did it just a little bit smaller. That bundle includes the Crease scoreboard, because I'm telling you, we all actually need the Crease scoreboard. So the Crease scoreboard and the Pro trimmer that we just showed with the bag, and the tempered glass mat. Now, as I mentioned with the tempered glass mat, you can use it on top of the light board, but you don't have to. You can just use it right on top of your table for your mixed media mat. So this is really, really great for card makers, because typically for card makers, when I do my card making, I'm almost always stamping when I make my cards, and I'm coloring in, and I'm doing all those things, and I'm making a big mess. So I do that all on top of the glass mat so that it doesn't make a mess. It cleans up super easily, and throw it in the sink, get some soap and water on it. If you get your adhesive stuck on it, like I mentioned, you can just scrape that stuff right off. Any extra paint you can just scrape off. It's super great and easy to clean up. So the tempered glass mat, the Crease scoreboard, and the Pro trimmer come in our card making bundle. And again, it's already discounted on the website, and you can get an extra discount if you use the coupon code FALL24. So that is our card making bundle. We do have another bundle. I'm calling it our travel bundle. It includes our other trimmer that I mentioned a little while ago that we're going to be showing. So that the travel bundle for card makers and paper crafters includes our crop trimmer. So, and the trimmer tote. So this is the trimmer tote for our crop trimmer. The trimmer itself, look how cute she is. She is so cute. So she's about half the size of the Pro trimmer, but the mechanism on it works exactly the same as the Pro trimmer does. So the mechanism here is exactly like the other one. So you've got your cartridge that holds your blade, and it runs up and down the bar just the same as the other one does. It has the LED light. It has the gears. It has everything that the other trimmer has. What it also has is a swing out arm. So the swing out arm will measure out to 17.5 inches. So you are able to do your full 12 by 12 paper on here. But the coolest thing about the base of this trimmer, when you close it up, the measurements here go out past 6.5 inches. So because the measurements go all the way, you can do your 4 1/4 card making size. You can do your 5 1/2 card making size all on the base without having to open this up. So it really takes up less space. How many of you have had those other slide trimmers in the past? Put a number 2 in the comments if you guys have had those little slide trimmers in the past that slide up and down, and you always lose those 2 measurements that you always need, that 4 1/4 and that 5 1/2 that you always use for your card making and your photo matting and all of that stuff. And it goes away. So you're always guessing on that little beveled edge of the trimmer, whether or not you're right at that 4 1/4 or not. And you're using the little gap in the swing arm to measure that 5 1/2. That would always make me crazy because I would never get it right. And then I would have to try to fix it with my scissors, and then it would be more crooked. Don't do that. All that you can do right on here. So all of that is right on the base. And this one works exactly like the other one. So you can cut down to about 1/64 of an inch. So if you do mat those off size by just a little bit, you can cut those right off. Now there is a little bit of give in the blade. If you can see that, it moves out just a little bit. So when you're using it, you want to make sure you're resting your fingers on the side as you're guiding it up and down the bar so that both of the metals are flush right against each other. So that is how you get your super fine cutting. You make sure that those are right up against each other, and then you can cut all of these little tiny pieces whenever you need to. Down to about 1/64 of an inch. So it gets super fine in either direction, whichever direction you're comfortable in doing. I tend to cut towards myself a little easier than I do away from myself, just after years and years of scrapbooking, I guess. But you can get the little tiny, tiny pieces when you do that. So in the travel bundle, that includes the crop trimmer and the crop tote. And then it also includes one of our newest products here at CutterPillar. We're very excited about this little guy. This is our Glow Elite Mini. Look how cute she is. Look how tiny she is. She is about 9 by 12. So she is perfect for card making. She is perfect for going to crops. She is perfect for hiding out. You know, sometimes you just hide from the family and need to craft away from them. She's perfect for that because you can hide her in your purse. You can hide her in all of your other stuff. No one will know where it is. You can just go hide from your family. Anyway, this one has 4 levels of light instead of just 3. So this one gets a bit brighter than the other does. So this is, like I said, perfect for your card making. Just as durable as the Glow Basic, but it's super tiny and it's super, super lightweight. It weighs less than the Glow Basic does. It comes with the translucent cutting mat that fits right over the entire board on this one. So on here, you can do the same as I showed you with the Glow Basic. You can set your cards on here. You can make sure you're lined up exactly where you want it to be. Make sure everything is square, and you can use your little X-Acto knife or rotary cutter or whatever you're using to trim off the pieces right on top of your light so you can see. Now, I have a great craft room at my house. It has great lights in it. But what I found was I was the one that was causing shadows on my projects. My eyes, as they're getting worse as I get older, the light is hard. So with that light coming from below, that makes all of those shadows go away. So you can actually see what you're doing. So it's really great to have the entire surface that you're working on right in front of you so you can see exactly what you're doing. It is amazing. So that is the bundle for travel. So you can take your little crop around, you can take your mini around to your crops and your events and things like that. And that is so fantastic. Now, just to remind you all, go to CutterPillar.com for right now for our special. If you use the coupon code FALL24, you get 20% off of anything on the website. So if you are one of our fans already and you already have the Pro Trimmer and you already have the bag and you already have the Glow, you can still get the Crease for the discount. So make sure you get whatever product in your assortment you are missing. For those of you that haven't got your whole assortment yet, now is the time. It's the best pricing you're going to see. So make sure you go to CutterPillar.com and find all of those things. Now, I don't want to forget when we announced this live event that we did yesterday and today, we asked you guys to pre-register to come and that there would be some giveaways. And we so appreciate all of those of you who did that. We did a pre-live giveaway drawing for those who had pre-registered. And let me tell you who that winner is because I have it right here. So our pre-register winner for what you're going to win is the crop trimmer and the crop tote bag. So you can do all of your paper cutting at home or on the go with the crop trimmer and the crop tote. And our winner for that is, are you ready? Let's do a little drum roll. The winner is Monica Wallace. Monica Wallace was our 60-second pre-register. And so Monica, send me an email, melody@cutterpillar.com. And it's spelled Melody with 2 E's because my parents didn't want me to have an easy childhood with it. No one can ever guess how to spell my name. But anyway, Monica, send us an email with your address and we will get your prize shipped off to you. So thank you for pre-registering for that. We had a bunch of pre-registers and we really, really appreciate all of that. Now, those of you who are here who maybe didn't pre-register and those of you who are here that did pre-register, we appreciate it so much. So we are going to do another little giveaways. We are going to give away a CutterPillar crease. And what we need to do is I'm going to ask you all a question. I'm going to do a test question first. So I'm going to ask you a test question. You're going to put a comment in the comments. So I want put in the comments a number 1 if you are a paper crafter and a number 2 if you do other crafts, general crafts, sewing, quilting, anything like that. I want to know if you're a paper crafter or if you do other crafts. So put a 1 if you're a paper crafter and put a 2 if you are other crafty. Just as a test to make sure that all the comment things are working. And then I'll do one more question and we'll pick a winner. I see some 1s. I see some 2s. I see some more 1s and 2s. I think that's so great. We really appreciate it. I love it. 1s and 2s. I love it. That's so great. Both, Deb, I saw you. You have a 1 and a 2. That's awesome. I love the 1s and 2s together. That's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to ask another question. And then we're going to just draw a random person. Okay, so I would like you to put a number 5 in the comments. If you have ever been crafting and just wish the tools you were using were just a little better. If you wish your crafting tools were just a little better. I don't know, like maybe the blades don't dull on your trimmers, or maybe you can get a little extra light because it's a hard time to see what you're doing sometimes. Put another 5, put a 5 in the comments if you just wish that your tools were just a little bit better. And Nathan here is going to pick a random comment and we're going to see who wins the CutterPillar crease. Okay, we'll let more of you put your 5s in there. I'm assuming everybody's going to put the 5 in there. So just a little reminder about the crease. It is translucent, so you can put it on top of a light if you need to. The other part about that's really cool about it being translucent is that it's not going to compete with the color of the cardstock that you're using or the color of the paper that you're using to try to score. There's scoreboards out there that are pink. There's some that are gray. There's some that are dark, and it's hard to see what you're doing with your paper. It kind of blends in. So it's really nice that it's translucent. All of your tools are in the handy dandy storage container on the side. You've got your little ball stylus that comes with it and your little reverse score that all stays together so that all of your scoring when you do it, all of it stays right together. And you can score in any direction of your paper and it's not going to tear. It's not going to crack. It's not going to do any of that. It's the best scoreboard out there. So our winner is, send me an email. We're going to announce the winner here in just a second. Send me an email, melody@cutterpillar.com, melody with 2 E's, and give me your address and I will mail out your new CutterPillar crease. And our winner is, here comes, Gianna Elliott. Yay, Gianna. Thank you for joining us, Gianna. We really appreciate it. Send me an email and we will get a crease on its way to you. That's so great. So I want to kind of open it up now. If anybody has any questions that I didn't get to while we were, while you guys were commenting and scrolling, or if you have any other questions, I would love to answer them. my origins of my career in the crafting world started in the paper crafting world, and I fell in love with it. I started doing Stampin' Up! And Close to My Heart and those kinds of things. I was a demonstrator with those companies a long time ago. I used to have parties just so that I could get enough money to get more product. And then I morphed into making it as my career, and it's been just so great. So paper crafting has always been the love of my crafty life. Whoever said this is a game changer, Rosa, you are right. We love our products to be game changers. It's a big deal for us. That's what we try to do. We try to solve the problems that you guys have, whether it's light because you can't see very well, whether it's the scoreboard because you always crack your papers. Okay, Lynn, thank you for your question. How long is the shipping time for the Pro Cutter from the time of order? So in-house is usually 24 to 48 hours. And then it depends on where you live for where you're going to get it. We ship UPS. So it's a standard shipping time, UPS or USPS, depending on how big the order is. It's a standard shipping time. We're here in just outside of Salt Lake City, Utah. So if you are in California or Colorado, it's a couple of days. If you're in the Midwest, it's like 3 or 4, and the East Coast is usually 4 or 5 days after that. So it's about a week total if you live on the East Coast. It's usually 24 to 48 hours in-house. You'll get an email with a tracking number right after it ships, so you can kind of keep an eye on it. I had a customer reach out to us last night, and if you're here, I'm not trying to dime you out or anything like that, but it was the cutest thing that I've ever seen. Someone emailed last night. They had placed an order and sent an email right after and said, hey, can you please hold my order just until next week? Don't let it ship yet. I'm out of town, and my husband is the only one that's home. And hopefully I don't have to say anymore why I'm asking you to hold the order. So, of course, we held the order. We're going to wait because we don't want any of that. So, yes. Kathy, thank you for your question. Will the paper cutter cut glitter cardstock? Yes, it will cut glitter cardstock. Be super careful if you're doing the super chunky glitter. Go a little bit slow because the chunky glitter every now and then has a little bit of an issue. But the fine glitter cardstock, easy breezy, just like you're cutting textured cardstock. It will also cut your vinyl if you do vinyl. It will cut all of that stuff. It will cut vellum paper. It will cut, it'll cut foam core board, but you have to like cut one side and flip it over and cut the other side because that's pretty thick. But it's soft enough that that will cut through that. So it will cut so very many things. It's so amazing. Yes. Okay. So little reminder before we sign off for today, CutterPillar.com, use code FALL24 to get the extra discounts. So the 20% is for anything on the site, but we have our special, that's the sewing bundle, our special discounts for bundles. So the bundles are already discounted. So if you add the 20%, that is where you're going to get your best deal. So we've got 3 paper crafting specific bundles, but if you go to the site, you see other bundles that have other mix and match products as well. Of course, you're welcome to whichever suits you best. So our paper crafting, all-in paper crafting bundle includes the amazing Crease scoreboard that you can cut. You can score any thickness of paper and it's not going to crack. You don't have to have an engineering degree in paper grain to use that. It can be used right on top of the Glow Basic light board that also comes in the bundle. This is the Glow Basic light board that comes in the bundle. 3 levels of light. So you can adjust that. Your crease can go right on top of there to use. But the Glow Basic light board also comes with the translucent self-healing cutting mat. So with that, you can cut on top of it. You can use the grid to help you line up your cards and your layouts and all those kinds of things. You can do that all right on there. Then it also comes with the tempered glass mat. The tempered glass mat is your mixed media mat. So with your mixed media mat, you can do inks and paints and glues. It's the same glass as a glass stovetop, so it will take heat as well. So you can iron on it if you are crafting with fabric, but you can do your heat embossing on here too, and it's not going to hurt your light. So you can actually see what you're doing. It's pretty great. So all of those are included in our all-in bundle, as well as our Mac Daddy paper trimmer, our Pro paper trimmer with our Pro tote. So the paper trimmer is inside the tote right here. This paper trimmer is included in the all-in bundle. And this is the one that I tend to use this one the most because I really like that full base. And it's really just a matter of preference for that because the mechanisms on our trimmers are exactly the same. The trimmer that has the light so you can see exactly where you're cutting. This is the one that has the drawer so that you can hide your snacks and your money and no one will see it. Oh, quick question. There are a couple of things that are listed on back order. If it's on pre-order, the discount will still work. Jean, thank you for the question. If it is an item on pre-order, you're able to order it now. The rest of your order will ship. The stuff that's on pre-order will ship later. The discount will still apply to all of it. So all in bundle, Pro Trimmer, Pro Tote, basic light board, the tote bag for the basic, and the Crease scoreboard. So that is our amazing all in bundle. Now we also have what we're calling our paper crafting bundle. And that includes a smaller version of the all in bundle. So that includes our Pro paper trimmer. Is that the craft one or is that card making? Nope, the other one, card making. Yep. So that includes the Pro trimmer with the bag again, the crease so you can crease all of your cards, and the glass mat. We put that bundle together because typically when you're making your cards, you're kind of stamping a lot. And then you can do it right on top of the glass and you can clean it up super easily. So that is our card making bundle. And then we have our travel bundle, which includes the crop trimmer, the small little crop trimmer that has the swing out arm, does swing out to 17.5 inches. So you're able to cut a full 12 by 12 on there. But the base of this goes out past 6.5 inches. So most of the measurements you're going to need for your projects are right on top of here already. Has the light and the slidable rotating blade as well. That comes with your crop tote. So that all fits right in there. And then your travel also comes with your super cute, brand new Glow Elite Mini light board. That one comes with the self-healing cutting mat as well, textured on the back so it doesn't slip around. But you can do your cards right on top of this. You can do your mini albums right on top of this. You can do all that right on top of this. This one has an additional light over the other one. This has 4 different levels of light. So that is all included in our travel bundle. So it is so great. Yes, you can iron on the glass, Wenda said. You definitely can do that. So that is amazing. Yeah, let us know if you have any other questions. We really appreciate you guys being here. It is just in time for Christmas cards. I mentioned that I am a little bit obsessed with Christmas decorating. We have already started at my house. I have not yet started on my Christmas cards, however. So I'm a little behind schedule on that. But I have put up a Christmas tree or 2 already at my house. We had a deal that the porch is still for Halloween. We haven't taken the Halloween decorations down yet, so it's still for Halloween there. But I have Christmas already starting at my house.
What I'd like to do is let's just cover, see if you weren't here with us yesterday as well, if you're joining us. We also had a couple other bundles, and you can just talk about them, and we'll just bring them up on the screen. So
yeah.
Know that as we're going through, take advantage of the orders today, and this is what we talked about yesterday.
Yes. Thank you. Nathan is reminding me of something. So we were here yesterday and we were here today. Yesterday, our bundle sort of focused on our sewing and quilting products. But again, hopefully I showed you that like you can use most of our products for any sort of general crafting. So we do have an all-in bundle for our sewers and quilters. That includes our Glow Premium light board, which is the same size as the Glow Basic. Nope, I'm sorry, it does not. It does include the Glow Mini light board, the Mini Elite light board. It also includes our Ultra light board, which I actually have right here so I can show you guys how amazing this one is. So this is our Glow Ultra. This is our biggest one. This is backwards. This is our biggest one. This is our Glow Ultra. It is 19 by 26 in size. This, if you're a paper crafter, is actually pretty phenomenal because you can put your double page layout on top of here and do both pages at the same time because the grid goes out to 24 inches. So you can set them both right on here and work on it. So our all-in bundle from yesterday that is still available. So don't miss out on it if you want it. So it is the Glow Ultra with the tote bag that fits the Glow Ultra. It is our Glow Elite Mini that I just showed you guys. It is also our swivel rotating cutting mat. It is also our flex sewing machine light. It is our clamp ruler light. It is mini clamps, and it is our new flip and fold cutting mat, which if you're a paper crafter is also pretty amazing. I'm just going to quickly try to show it to you. So our flip and fold cutting mat. So picture this when you go to a crop or an expo, you need a little cutting mat. So this is how it comes. It is 11 by 17. Thank you, Nathan. because we need a little space for this one. So it is 11 by 17 as it starts. Then let's say you're working on your double page 12 by 12 layout and you need a little bit more space. So what you can do with this is you can open it. It flips open. And now you've got a 17 by 22 space, 17 by 22 grid, 24-inch mat. Then if you need a little more space, or you want to be nice when you're at the crop and you want to share your cutting mat with your neighbor, you can flip it open to 17 by 48 and you can use this size. There are these little puzzle pieces. And if you snap these little puzzle pieces together, then your mat is fully flat, no snags. It'll stay right flat. Then if you're at the crop and you want to share with everybody, you can flip it open one more time. And it is 36 by 48. This is amazing because sometimes you have to craft on the dining room table and you don't want to get your stuff on the dining room table. Sometimes you don't have the space. You can use all of this and then you can fold it back up and you can store it or travel with it this size. So this is a great crafting mat. So this is amazing. That's included in the all-in bundle that we had on yesterday. I think I did all of the pieces. Oh, then it also has these little magnets and plates that you can stick onto your glow light boards or your cutting mats. So these little self-adhesive plates, you can stick on the back of your glow light board or on your cutting mat. And you can make it a magnetic plate. So it'll hold your patterns down. It'll hold your project down. It'll hold down what you're working on. So those are included in the all-in bundle from yesterday as well. And that is still available. And as I mentioned, this pricing is going to go up. So this is the best time to get that.
What other questions does anybody have on any of the products that we've looked at or any of the bundles that we might have?
Yes. If anyone, please, if anyone has any questions at all about the bundles from yesterday or the ones today, or any questions about any specific product, please put that in the comments and we will answer those. Yes, the mat is self-healing. The flip and fold mat is self-healing. I see an order from Tracy. I see if you ordered yesterday and you combined shipping for one today. Tracy, if your order has not yet shipped today, I can definitely combine them and have them all shipped together. So we can definitely do that. So just send me an email. We can put my email address back up, melody@cutterpillar.com or support@cutterpillar.com, either one. Send me your order numbers and I will take a look and see if we can combine those for sure. So that was our all-in bundle from yesterday. We also did a travel bundle yesterday with some other products in it that included our glow. Now I'm trying to remember. I almost forgot. Can you pull up the travel bundle from yesterday, please? It included the glow. Oh, sorry. So the code, okay, Jana, listen, the code technically is supposed to be just for the lives, but I will tell you another secret. I've been telling you guys a couple of secrets and I'm going to tell you another one. We're going to extend the code through the weekend. So that code will be available through Sunday night. So you do have a little bit of time, but then it's it. Then the prices are going to go up. So you want to make sure that you use that. But yes, we are extending the code a little bit just for you guys. Don't tell anybody. So our travel bundle yesterday includes that flip and fold mat that I just told you. It also includes the Glow Premium and the tote bag for that. Now the mini. See, they look, it's the mini. It's the flip and fold with the glow tote because this flip and fold will fit inside that glow tote that we showed you guys earlier. It'll fit right in there. It's about the same size as those glow light boards. And then the Glow Elite Mini because it's nice and tiny and it can fit in there too. So that is the other travel bundle that is available. Then we also have what we called an applique bundle yesterday. So if you are a quilter and you do applique, the applique bundle is really cool. That's the one that includes our Glow Premium, which is the same size as the Glow Basic. But the Glow Premium has an additional cool thing that this one lights the exact same, but it has an internal rechargeable battery. So if you can see, this one is not plugged in. So this one can work off of the power cord for about 4 hours. So it's really great to take to your classes and your retreats and your crops and things like that because you can work on it without having to be plugged in. Sometimes you don't have the power you need for that. So that bundle includes the Glow Premium. It includes that tempered glass mat that we talked about that you can iron on and you can craft on. And it also includes a clear cutting mat. So if you're doing applique or things like that, you can you don't have to have the grid lines in the way when you're doing you're trimming out your applique pieces. And then it also includes those metal plates that you can stick on the back to make your light board magnetic. So that is the travel bundle. another travel bundle. That's technically we called it the sewing and quilting travel bundle. Obviously general crafters and anybody else can travel with it too, but we needed to be able to know which one was which. And then we also have one other bundle that's kind of our best selling bundles that's available. It's our Glow Premium along with the tote bag and the glass mat, as it's a smaller bundle, but that's kind of our best seller bundle that's available as well. So go to CutterPillar.com. The bundles are already all on special. Your fall 24 coupon code is good for 20% off any item on the website through this weekend. So we really, really appreciate it. So Sherry, that's a good question. Do all the light boards need the magnetic plates? We'd like to say yes, because we'd love for you to get them, but the real answer is no. You don't need the magnetic plates to use any of the products. It's a handy thing to have, because if you're doing a project, especially if you're like tracing or if you're doing your diamond painting, you can use it to hold your projects down, because those magnets are strong enough that they will hold your project down while you're working on it. So you don't have to worry about it slipping around while you're using it. And the mini, yes, the Glow Elite Mini that we've talked about a couple of times here already has magnetic plates built into it. So if you are looking for the Glow Elite Mini and you like the idea of the magnets, you only need the magnets. You don't need the metal plates for the Glow Mini. And the other, if you purchase the applique bundle, what bag you should buy the Glow Tote. It's that black one that's on the screen right now. I think you can see that right there. That one, it is called Glow Tote. The other optional totes are Ultra Tote, which is way too big, or Pro or Crop Totes. Those are for the trimmers. So if you've got the applique bundle, the Glow Tote is the one that you want. It's the Glow Tote for the Premium Basic. That will fit those. Yep. That's the one. That is the one you want, that Glow Basic. It'll fit the Basic and the Premium. It'll also fit the Flip and Fold. And the Glow Elite Mini is small enough to fit in there as well. So that one will fit any of those. So let's see if there's any other questions for us. We really appreciate you guys being here. We really appreciate you commenting. We are looking forward to doing these more often. So stick around. Make sure that you follow us on social media. Make sure that you go to our website and sign up for our newsletters. We are going to have more lives coming your way. We are going to have special guests come in. We're going to have projects. We're going to have specials. You guys will also be the first ones to see new products as they're coming out, new ideas. We love your feedback. We love for you to be here. So keep an eye out. We are going to do this more often. You guys are going to get sick of seeing us. Hopefully not. But we really, really appreciate you all being here. And we thank you for joining our first ever CutterPillar live event. We've never done this before, and we did these 2 days, and we've had such a great time. And we really appreciate all of the feedback and all of the fun that we're having here. So join us the next time. We really appreciate you guys. Make sure you go use that coupon this weekend, and have a great, great weekend. Stay warm for all of those of you that are cold out there. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.